guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing really well. And this is African World Cup qualifiers match day 2 preview and prediction for as the night. We look to find out the 9 African sides who will be definitely going to 2026 World Cup. We'll try and find out, of course, the 4 teams that will go into the playoffs. So if you like the video, please do like and share the video. And if you like my videos in general, please subscribe to the channel as well. Leave me your predictions in the comments down below. And we've got some big matches to discuss. So let's get into it. So starting off, we got Zimbabwe taking on Nigeria. Zimbabwe went away to Rwanda on match day 1. They'll be playing this game in Rwanda as well against Nigeria. And drew 0-0 with Rwanda. I don't think that's really a result that would have helped Zimbabwe. Nigeria's result, though, is more concerning with their result against Lesotho. Nigeria really need to fix up quick time. And to be honest, I'm struggling to understand what Joseph Pesoro is trying to do with the Nigeria team, because they're genuinely not a very good team. With the way they're playing, it's very awful. The football is tragic, and I think Zimbabwe, if they're on it, they can get a result. But I know Nigeria are under huge pressure to get the right result here and get themselves up and running in this campaign, which is so important for them. They know that South Africa have an opening now, so they have to be careful, Nigeria. They cannot really drop any more points. And that's what exactly is going to happen here. I do not think Nigeria are going to drop any points in this game. And I think Nigeria will win this game 1-0, very small margin. I think the class of Osinem, Boniface will get them through this one. I think against Lesotho, they slightly might have underestimated Lesotho, but I do think they'll turn up for this game and win 1-0. Moving on, we got Burundi versus Gabon. Very impressive showing from Burundi match day 1. And Gabon beat Kenya. So both teams have done well in my regards. Both teams have started well. Burundi beating Gambia, which is a huge statement. And of course Gabon beating Kenya, which is of course a nice start as well. Now Burundi have another challenger that's looking to get into the top 2. If Burundi can beat Gabon, I think they got genuine chances. Genuinely a very good chance. They were unlucky not to qualify for AFCON because Namibia decided to do an absolute madness and of course beat Cameroon. Burundi also, they were really unlucky against Cameroon. Otherwise, I think they could have done something special there as well. So loads of things could go wrong if you're Gabon easily. This Burundi team is good. They'll know what to do. Their manager knows what they're doing. They play some good football. And this is my surprise. I think Burundi are going to do another madness here. Burundi are going to beat Gabon 3-1. This is my prediction of the round. Burundi are going to beat Gabon. Gabon did not look too convincing to me in their game against Kenya. The second goal was brilliant though. But they did not overall look that convincing to me. Work needs to be done. No Aubameyang as well. Burundi have a chance. Moving on, we've got Mozambique against Algeria. Algeria with a very disappointing showing on match day 1 in my opinion. Lucky it was Somalia or nobody else. Now I know they played pretty much a back 4, but the attack, the midfield they had, it was more than good enough to beat Somalia by a bigger margin, by a better margin. They should be doing better, and I think more than anyone else, Algeria will know this. They should know this. Otherwise, Belmadi has big things to worry about here, because that performance was generally not good. Somalia hit the post. Somalia forced a good save of Mandrea. And Mozambique, they beat Botswana 3-2. On paper, that might look like a year Mozambique should win that game. But still, that's momentum going into this big game against Algeria. And Algeria have bad experience of qualification. Are Algeria favourites? Yes, I do think Algeria are big favourites to win this game. Do I think they will? They should, but you never say never. And I think Mozambique on their day can easily nick a point. But I think Algeria will want to make a statement before the AFCON, because they know as well. I'll reference this point for a lot of top teams. They know this is their last chance on match practice really before the Africa Cup of Nations does start. So they need to fix all their problems and try and put their best performance, best 11 out there. And I think if Algeria can play their best 11 and their best football, I think they'll win this game 1-0. Moving on, we've got Sudan versus DR Congo. DR Congo very impressive against Mauritania on match day 1. While Sudan drew with Togo, but looked decent to be fair, Sudan, I cannot lie. But DRC are favourites here. It's in a neutral venue. If this game was being held in Sudan, I think Sudan would be in the driver's seat. But I think DRC in a neutral venue, a team on the rise, 4 wins, I think, if I'm not wrong, on the spin now. So things are working out very nicely there. And I just don't see a way DRC don't beat Sudan. I think DRC know them almost close to almost have to win pretty much all of their games to really challenge Senegal in those 2 games where Senegal must feel the heat. because if they drop points here to like Sudan or maybe South Sudan, it could hamper them chances, very slim chances. And of course, they got the playoffs still to play for. Even if they do not finish first in this group, they still got the opportunity of qualifying for the playoffs. So loads to play for DR Congo. Sudan, I think they would want to put a smile on their people's faces, but I think DR Congo are favourite. I think DR Congo will win. Meanwhile, we've got Sierra Leone taking on Egypt. Genuinely a very poor performance from, of course, Sierra Leone. I thought against Ethiopia, very lucky to escape with a point. Egypt put 6 punch Djibouti. Very good stuff from Egypt. They're finally getting the stuff back on track, and they look like a genuine team that could be threatening an Africa Cup of Nations easily. And I do think they'll win this game by a decent margin. I'm going 3-0. I'm backing the Egyptians here. I think they'll get the job done here because Sierra Leone drew disappointingly with Ethiopia. Just no disrespect to Ethiopia, but I think that's the type of game Sierra Leone need to be winning. Moving over, we've got Djibouti take on Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau know they have to win this game. Djibouti probably the weakest team in the group. And I think Guinea-Bissau, if they're serious about even getting second, they have to be beating teams like Djibouti, in my opinion. And I think they'll do that 4-0. Moving over, this is probably my game of the window. Gambia taking on Ivory Coast. Gambia, another disappointing showing. They got away with it against Congo. Nah, they did not. Against Burundi, they did not get away with this tactic of, we're only going to start playing once we're 1-0 down or 2-0 down. Genuinely a very, very poor performance. And Tim Seinfeld, I think he's done great things with this Gambia team, but he's starting to, I think the squad is definitely starting to outgrow him a bit. Definitely. Because the football they're playing is tragic. The results sometimes don't tell the full story. The football that Gambia is playing is tragic. Very, very tragic. Against Ivory Coast, who would like I said with Algeria, would want to get their best lineup sorted and would like to get their final game done. But this is an important game for both sides. Gambia will know that they have a good opportunity still if they can get something against Ivory Coast. Gabon is still not the best in the group. They can beat Gabon on their day. So, and also they can send out a real message to Senegal, Cameroon, and Guinea that they're here to qualify. So it's going to be an interesting watch. Very exciting game. I think Ivory Coast will have most of the ball. And I do think Ivory Coast will win this game here 2-0. I think Ivory Coast just got too much quality for Gambia. I think if you give the same sniff that Gambia gave to like so Congo, Burundi, many other sides, Sudan, I don't think Ivory Coast is going to mess it up. I think Ivory Coast will win the game quite comfortably, in fact. I'm going 3-0 here to Ivory Coast. Moving on, we've got Eritrea versus Congo. That game's postponed due to the Eritrean authorities finally thinking their players would escape if they went to play those foreign matches. So Eritrea are practically out for the World Cup qualification. Moving on, we've got Liberia versus Equatorial Guinea. Big game for, of course, Equatorial Guinea. But Liberia is going to be no mugs. Liberia, they made it hard for South Africa, so they can definitely make it hard for Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea will know they practically have to win every other game in this group except the Tunisia game. But Equatorial Guinea, if you win these type of games, it could put you in a very good position when that big match does come up against Tunisia. Now, Equatorial Guinea, they have something that I feel like that's been lacking over the last couple of years. Winning from tough situations. They've won against Namibia. Even if Namibia aren't the greatest team in the world, they won that game, so you have to give them credit for that. And I think they'll win this game as well. Narrow margin, another 1-0 win, and that will give their campaign some much needed momentum. Moving on, we've got Kenya versus Seychelles. I think Kenya, gave a good fight to Gabon, but that second goal was brilliant. And I think Kenya, they'll look to win this game against Seychelles. It's important that they get back on track as a nation in terms of footballing style. They need to be playing regularly, and these games are good. This is why I like this format a lot. You got like teams like Somalia, Seychelles, Chad. They're showing their qualities in these qualifiers. They can make life hard for the big boys, and every team's getting a chance, which is good to see. But I do think Kenya will win this game 2-0. Moving on, we got Mali versus Central African Republic. I think, of course, Mali are favourites, big favourites in fact, but Central African Republic will be the team that could push them. Central African Republic probably decides who goes through. I don't think Central African Republic have quite enough themselves to go through, but I think they can definitely decide who gets that first place. Mali will know they have to win every single game in this group. It's not going to be easy. Ghana, now with a new manager, are a threat. Do not rule out Ghana now. But Mali, they have been on the rise. I think if you look at Burkina Faso as a team that's rising, I think Mali are going to do better than Burkina Faso. The way they're playing, the way I just feel like Mali are going to take that big step here, and I think they're going to win this game 2-0. Central African Republic have a habit of tiring out in the second half, which will play into the hands of Mali, in my opinion. Meanwhile, we've got Chad versus Madagascar. I think Madagascar are favourites. I think Madagascar will win this game 4-0. Lesotho versus Benin. What a result for Lesotho. Benin with Gorat Roll looking to bounce back. And I think they could do something here, Benin. And I think Benin should win this game still. Lesotho, I think is a one-off, to be honest. I don't think they're going to be building anything on this, to be honest. I think it's going to be a comfortable Benin win. 2-0. Meanwhile, we've got Somalia versus Uganda. Very impressive stuff on the Somalia side. They played brilliantly against Algeria, scored a goal. Now they got realistically a chance of getting a point against Uganda, who are very patchy. They of course lost to Algeria to miss out on the African Cup of Nations. Somalia, look, I like what I see. I definitely do like what I see from Somalia, and I think they can give Uganda a hard time. But I think Uganda got more experience. They're much more composed compared to Somalia. Somalia they haven't been playing enough, and I think that's going to bite them here. I think Uganda will win the game. Moving on, we've got Eswatini versus Cape Verde. I think Cape Verde are big favourites, but Eswatini no mugs. Eswatini did play Cape Verde in the qualification and pushed them. So Cape Verde will know this is a big game, but I do think they'll win this game as well. 1-0. Moving on, we've got Malawi versus Tunisia. Big game for Malawi. It is a must win for Tunisia, though. Tunisia realistically can't be dropping points in this group. They know they need to be winning almost every game. Malawi will not be easy, though, in that climate as well. I think it's going to be a challenging game for Tunisia if something does go wrong. But I think the Tunisians will come out on top here, and I think they'll just about get out of the line. 1-0 to Tunisia. Meanwhile, we've got Botswana versus Guinea. Botswana took Mozambique close, so I think they can take Guinea close as well. But Guinea are favourites, big favourites in fact. They got Naby Keita on form, who can be a big asset, and I think he's going to be the difference in this game. I am going with a 2-0 Guinea win. Moving on, we go Rwanda versus South Africa. Big game for the South African side. They know they need to win, because now they got a real sniff at qualification. Nigeria dropping key points at home to Lesotho. If that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will. As South Africa, you need to take advantage of that. I think if you're South African, you look in this Rwanda game and be like, we should be winning that. And they should be. But South Africa have drawn at home to Liberia recently. So nothing certain. It won't be easy. Rwanda had an impressive campaign at the Africa Cup of Nations qualification, where they got a draw against Senegal, both home and away. Senegal beat Rwanda at home with a 97-minute penalty. But I think South Africa will beat them as well. And it's going to be 1-0. Moving on, we've got Togo versus Senegal. Senegal, they know they have to win every game, pretty much. I think that's going to be the aim. No real drop-offs. Togo, let's see if they can do something, but really doubt they can. Senegal are the best team in Africa, easily. And I think they will win this game 3-0. Anyway, moving on, we've got Comoros versus Ghana. Ghana, unknown quantity now. Really unknown quantity. Anything could happen. They could win this game against Comoros, and they could go in a real run, because Chris Hughton's gone. I think he was a big roadblock for them, and now he's gone. So it's going to be interesting to see how they get on without, of course, Chris Hughton. Now, do I like the talent in this Ghana team? Yes, they got a lot of talent. I'll tell you for a fact, Ghana do have a lot of talent. A talent that could hurt a lot of teams. Kudos and Nosara, Williams, Partey, they got a lot of talent. And I think they should be beating Comoros here 2-0. I think they'll beat Comoros here 2-0. Moving on, we got South Sudan taking on Mauritania. Big game for both sides. Mauritania will know they have to win this game if they want to push and do something in the group. Against South Sudan, who are tricky, who are hard to beat. Never easy to play South Sudan. Gambia will tell you, Congo will tell you, even Mali will tell you when they went to South Sudan. So definitely not going to be easy for Mauritania. But Mauritania favourites, they have been decent. I think DRC were just better than them on the day. But I think Mauritania will bounce back here with a victory 1-0. Moving on, we got Mauritius take on Angola. Angola got a good draw, I thought, against Cape Verde away from home. And now they're going to take on Mauritius. I think they have to follow that good draw up with a decent result here against Mauritius. No excuses not to win. And I think they'll do that. I think Angola will win 1-0. I think most of these affairs will be low scoring in Africa. They just are. The climate, all that, just makes it very hard to see loads of goals going in. Moving on, we got Libya to Cameroon. Cameroon, not quite at their very best, but I think for a team like Libya, they should be having enough. They should beat Libya, I think, in my opinion. Libya themselves are in a shambles, not looking great, and I think that's what's going to favour Cameroon here. I think Cameroon will get the job done here. Mbremo, Boubacar, Nkudu, Koundé, Christopher Wu at the back. They got a solid spine in there, and I think they'll win this game 2-0. Moving on, we got Saint Tome and Principe in Namibia. Namibia favourites for me against Saint Tome, and I think Namibia will win this game 2-0. Namibia did put trouble Equatorial Guinea, but yeah, I still found them very poor compared to what I expected, to be honest. And I thought they would build on that great campaign they had, but it was a genuinely very poor performance against Equatorial Guinea. Moving on, we got Ethiopia taking on Burkina Faso. Not an easy game coming up for Burkina Faso. Ethiopia are known to be stubborn, very hard to break down. Burkina Faso have had issues against teams they should be beating, be it Togo. I think they even dropped points to Eswatini if I'm not wrong. So it's not going to be easy, but Burkina Faso will know the importance of this match. They know they have to win every single game to put as maximum amount of pressure on Egypt as possible. And I think they'll do that here. They beat Ethiopia at the Africa Cup of Nations. It was by a small margin, but they did. So I'm going with a 2-0 Burkina win. And finally, we got Niger taking on Zambia. So Zambia, Aaron Grant looking to get off to a good start here. Continue to keep up a good start against Niger, probably one of the weakest team in the world. Group, sorry, not the world. With Dakar, with Sakala. I think they just got too much for Niger here. I'm going 2-0. And okay, so this is a pre-recorded video. So at the moment, Egypt are top, like we expected. DRC are top. We'll see what Senegal do. And let's see if they can be there. Nigeria dropped points to Lesotho. South Africa yet to play Benin. So it's going to be interesting how that one goes. And of course, Cape Verde and Angola did drop points. Let's see how Cameroon get on tonight. Of course, you got Morocco yet to begin their campaign because Eritrea didn't play their game. You still got Ivory Coast yet to begin their campaign, but Burundi at the top of the group. And Gabon in second, Gambia in fifth. Not looking good there. Algeria and Mozambique both underway in their group. Equatorial Guinea at the top. They'll be hoping to stay there. Namibia at the bottom group. Of course, we at the moment, at the time of recording, Central African Republic are playing Comoros, and that is 1-1 at the 37th minute mark. So Central African Republic took the lead. Comoros have got an equaliser, so let's see how that one goes. But right now, both teams are at level footing there. And anyway, this was your Africa Cup of Nations Match Day 2 preview and predictions. If you liked the video, please do like and share the video. And if you like my videos in general, please subscribe to the channel as well. Leave me opinions in the comments down below as well. And I hope to see you guys later for another video.